2K Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We've got final round coverage coming your way right now. Andrew Catalon here, joined by Rich Beem and Luke Elvey, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. And Rich, so great to be back with you. Can't wait to see how all the action unfolds today for our featured player. How about the course? You've been walking the grounds this week. What can you tell us?
Andrew, this is probably my favorite golf course on tour by a long shot. Does it get any better than this? For me, it doesn't. I think it's just a mixture of the holes. You have an easy par 5 to start off with, and you got a brutish par 4 right after that. It gives and it takes. But at the end of the day, you just cannot wait to play it, no matter how good you play or how poorly you play, because it's so much fun being out there. You kind of sometimes get lost that, I'm not playing that great, but man, I feel like I'm in heaven right now. It's great.
Here's a look at the way things stand. He is in a tie for 9th. Let's go out to the par 4 second. Let's see what Will Z was up to earlier today.
Look at the shot that this player possesses.
Okay, time now to get back to live play. This player won their last event. Let's see if that momentum carries on.
Well, it's certainly in their favor, isn't it? Winning breeds winning. It wouldn't surprise me to see them win again this week.
Yeah, I like that. That's okay there. That's a safe shot. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
This one looks like it breaks hard left to right.
Right on line, but just misses. This one is 5 feet away. Here's a look at the way things stand, with Wyndham Clark leading the pack. And now teeing off on this par 4. Not a bad result right there. This one is right at it. Almost jarred it. What a shot. A tap in left for birdie. And he improves his score to 2 under par for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
On the tee on the 4th hole.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Needs this to drop to save par. Let's go down to John on the course for an update.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Tony Finau as he gets set for his next shot here on the 14th.
Let's take a moment to update everything on the course with a look at the leaderboard. Here's a look at the leaderboard with Viktor Hovland on top by 1.
Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
I think he's caught that one quite nicely. Oh, that just brushed past the hole. Good opportunity here to move into a tie for 3rd. That was a well-played hole. Take the birdie. And as we move to the next hole, our leader is ahead by a couple of shots. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. 18 feet to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
Well, this should start out pretty straight and then head to the right as it gets towards the hole.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now over to Colin Morikawa. From the sand, looking to get up and down. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Trailing by a couple of strokes now.
Now teeing off on the par 4 7th hole.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Wow, that was so close to being on the highlight reel. Big opportunity here, a putt for birdie. What a recovery, Rich.
Well, that was a fantastic effort getting it up and down out of that bunker for the birdie.
Let's catch up with Will Zalatoris.
Let's factor that into the leaderboard and take an updated look. Here's a look at the updated leaderboard, and he is in 3rd. Over to number 8, it's a par 4.
Come on, slow down.
What a difference that makes. Close to the rough, but it stays in the fairway. Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
This is on a fantastic line. That's a great position to be in after that approach. This could be a big momentum putt. It's for birdie. That one drops. It's the 5th birdie of the round.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
We've reached the closing hole of the opening 9. It's a par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
5 under at the moment.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Wow, imagine that. It was so close. Here's a putt to get into a share of the lead. Another birdie. 6 of them on the day.
This is a lengthy putt here.
Let's take a quick moment to look at the updated leaderboard. And as we move to the next hole, our featured player is currently tied at the top with Viktor Hovland.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
This appears to be a mistake. Out of the sand. Looking to get up and down from here. "11 feet to go." Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
Okay, my money is on a right to lefter.
And that one will drop. Here's a quick look at the leaderboard, and he has a one-shot lead.
The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Ooh, staying aggressive. Going for the green. Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Ooh, slow down. This putt to get to 7 under the card. Hang on, this looks pretty handy. After that hole, they're currently in first place with Viktor Hovland in second. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer.
Ooh. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And just checking back in with the standings, and he continues to lead this tournament. Rich, the 13th hole, slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Playing this shot from 120 yards. Currently leading by 2. This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. Oh, that's a great shot. And sets up a birdie look here at the 13th.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Currently 8 under overall. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Luke, it's a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. Oh, good look at a birdie here. Oh, he's on fire today. building upon his lead, hole after hole.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right. Just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
That's another green in reg.
And I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Well, this would be really nice to get a birdie opportunity. The putt goes in, and that cushion is getting wider.
What a great feeling that must be. Seemingly an insurmountable lead for this player with just 4 to play. Drawing it in there beautifully.
Our leader has done it again.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
And now a 6-footer is left. The putt goes in, and the lead continues to grow. Before we move on to the next hole, we show you that our leader is up by 6. This is a bomb. Another good shot from our leader.
Simply amazing power on that tee shot. Great shot here from medium range.
Okay, here we are again, back live.
You know, Andrew, I think he's going to go for this one.
Not shy about that shot on the par 5 and 2.
2 big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2.
Down to Henny.
This one, it's a 42-footer.
This one should turn left. From there, you'll take it.
It's downhill the entire way, and yet inexplicably comes up short.
He makes the putt and extends his lead. He's made his way to 18 with the lead. Time to get it done. That's a fantastic shot by our leader.
Absolutely massive and right down the fairway.
This is a 150-yard shot. That's a really nice approach shot. This is a putt for the clubhouse lead. And as he sinks that putt, he will take over the clubhouse lead, and it looks good at this point. And Rich, it was not easy coming in, but our featured player gets it done.
This player stepped up when they needed it the most. That part of it is probably the most impressive thing to me, how they kept everybody else at bay.
So that will do it for today. For Rich Beem, Luke Elvy, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you next time.